Hi friends, Yari here with Third Eye Yari. and we're going to do a twin flame series. And I was very cold today to use the crystal ball, which I don't think I have ever used on a video. So if they're going to show me something here or not, I don't know. But I was just really cold to bring it out. So here it is, my beautiful crystal ball. All right. Alrighty, I got my water. Important. All right, let's start with the archetypes. Archetype card. See how your counterpart is feeling today. How's the energy that they are engaging in? And as a clarification, like always, most 99.9% of my viewers are females. So I'm assuming that you're in the divine feminine. So I'm gonna call you she, and I'm gonna call them he. But that's just because it's divine masculine and divine feminine. But those are energies. They're not gender specific. It's just easier for me to say without having to explain every time I say, something. So feel free to exchange even if you're female, are in the divine masculine, and your counterpart is the divine feminine, that it is what it is. So feel free to make the necessary changes, okay? It's just for ease of the reading. I still have that nasty cough that keeps me up at night. Not my husband anymore, though. he's sleeping in the guest room, and he is happily sleeping the night. Which is really important because that man can work. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. I got so much stuff here. I got my water and my glasses and some tissue. All right, Prince. Okay, this is very, very interesting because a prince is not yet a king, right? And this may have something to do with your own energy. How are you treating this person? Are you very mothering? Because we tend to do that, right? That's the divine feminine. We take care of people. And sometimes our partners, we treat them like they're one of our kids. Well, sometimes they behave like that too, right? But so he's feeling like a prince. It also may mean that he's in a pursuit. So he's kind of wanting to charm you. He's in the chase, which is one of the roles of the twin flames. We'll see. So he's feeling like a prince, not a king. And then this is the Moon Oracle. I don't see anything really. I only see my upside down bowls. But sometimes they show me some shadows, some pictures. All right. And This is Hecate. And to me, this is the duality of life. Okay? The masculine and feminine, black and white. But, it's more like a mirror than duality. I said duality because I see two of each, but they're the same. So they're more like a mirror, which are the twins. That's very interesting. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. Here. And the key phrase is leaving the present. I just saw that they have key phrases. I've never seen that before. So it says Hecate has the power to look in three directions at the same time. When this card is drawn, it suggested that something is looking you into the past, making it difficult to enjoy the present fully and to prepare positively to move on to the future. The past must be reviewed, relieved, and then put away for good with a symbolic washing away of its influence. Whatever is discovered as a result will remain hidden to everyone except yourself. Okay, so you are not being fully in the present. Okay? Or your counterpart, because you know how you are, we're looking at our counterpart. It's not fully in the present. So they're going in the past, preventing them from being in the present and moving towards the future. Now, intuitively, I saw two instead of three, and it's three. If you look at it, it is three. You have one looking this way, one looking that way, past, future, and present, right? But they're mirror images. So if you split the image in half, it's mirror images. And that's exactly what the twins are, mirror images. So whatever you're going through, they're going through. Not exactly the same way, but if you're feeling sad, they're sad. There may be for different things, but you're sad. For example, and this is I was doing a private reading the other day, and this was a couple before I got sick, a few weeks ago. And the woman that I was reading for, she was asking about her twin, and she was really worried about seeing him again after some years. That she has, her body has changed. All of our bodies change, right? So her body has changed, and she was feeling a little self-conscious about that. Well, after we had this reading, she called me back and she said, well, guess what? He is very self-conscious about the way he looks too, because he has aged greatly. Even though she has gained some weight, she's still youthful and pretty and all of that. He has aged. He looks like he's 20 years older than he actually is. So he's very self-conscious about that. So that's the twins. You're afraid if you're feeling sad about something, it might be a little bit different, but it's going to be about the same thing. If you're afraid of how you're going to look in front of them, they're going to be afraid of how they're going to look in front of you. If you're afraid that they are not going to accept you with open arms, they're going to be feeling the same. So sometimes if we're grieving about something, about some kind of loss, one of you may be a person that has died, another one may be a loss that have, you know, lost, or so, but they're mirroring each other is what I'm trying to say, and that is what I see there intuitively. I want to read this one first. This is the star code Astro, and then we get the Rose Oracle. For some reason, I like this combination, the archetype, the moon, and the star code Astro. It just flows really nicely. Pisces. Sensitize. So Pisces is a water sign. Pisces is very intuitive. Pisces is also very feminine. Even the male in gender Pisces, my husband, for example, is a Pisces, and he's very manly, but he's very feminine. He's very intuitive, and he's very loving. He loves to talk about, emotions and, things that usually you don't think about in the divine masculine, right? Is a more feminine trait. So Pisces are very feminine like that. So your counterpart, it's either feeling like that or is like that. Okay? And they may be feeling like that right now, because this is what we're asking right now. Well, how are they feeling? Well, they're feeling very emotional. They're feeling very connected to you. If you're in separation, if you're not talking or barely talking, they feel connected. They feel connected to you energetically, which is really good. Twins do that. Twins talk telepathically. Twins mirror each other. There's a lot going on with the twins. I still don't see anything. I'm looking every once in a while when I remember, and I'm not seeing anything. All right, and this is the Rose Oracle. That's probably the mailman. My dog is barking. So excuse my dog. Or maybe what I'm about to see is important because he was quiet. Okay. It says plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. So I think even though we're speaking about the counterpart, I think this message is for you. I think that you need to know, that you need to feel, even though you don't really know, you do know. If you're true twins, you do know. You do know what's going on. You do know. Even if you don't know the specific details, you know. Because you're going through the same things and because you can feel your counterpart's energy. Okay? So ground yourself in that truth. It's going to make you feel better. Because the details don't matter. The details will come. The details will come. As long as you know, as long as you're sure what's your part in this connection and how you want to move it or not, ground yourself into that, because that's your truth. That's your truth. I think I saw a tree, and it's not the reflection of the car because it's not close enough. Okay. So again, they're telling us how important this is to ground. And to ground, it's also to strengthen the root chakra. And the root chakra is all about your identity and your stability, your inner child, your home, your finances, all your basic needs. So that's really important. When you're feeling a little shaky, when you're feeling a little out of bounds, do that. Ground yourself. I was talking, I think it was yesterday, about one of the meditations that I love to use is when I visualize roots growing out of my feet and going all the way to the center of the earth, and like like bringing up that earth energy, Gaia's energy. Well, I see it as a red energy coming up, but you can see it as whatever, it doesn't matter. um, Coming up through those roots and into your feet and into your, and you feel your body up with that, and that's really grounding. So when you're feeling shaky, when you're feeling wobbly, when you're feeling like you're out of sorts, that's a very good exercise to kind of stabilize yourself, right? All right, beautiful. So your twin has been very connected with you. He wants to reach out somehow. It may be energetically, but it may be in the 3D. He's in the charming kind of energy, kind of wants to reach out, and it's mirroring you. So what, however you're feeling, that's how they're feeling, but they're feeling very connected to you, very connected. They're in that watery Pisces connection with you, and it's important to ground yourself so you can too feel all of this. All right. Let's see what tarot has to say. And this is the Light Seer's tarot. And we have a jumper. We have two. Okay. All right. So this is what's going on. Your counterpart, it is feeling like the King of Cups. He's behaving like a little prince, wanting to be charming, but he feels like the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a very stable, loving. So it goes really well with what we're seeing up here, right? Um, the King of Cups is like extremely compassionate, kind, with like deep understanding of his feelings. That Pisces again. Um, Wanting to master that balance between emotions and intellect. That's the queen. That's the King of Cups. But they're hurting. So if you're hurting, and that's why you're looking at this reading, they're hurting too. They're hurting too. And we're going to dive deep into this. Let me finish putting out the tarot. Oh, okay. So the next card is the Devil in reverse. So they may be just finishing with some addictions. And addictions, it can be anything. It can be, of course, drugs and alcohol, but it can also be gambling, sex addiction, but it can also be repetitive thought patterns that no longer serve them. So he may be doing a lot of healing on his own. And I just heard that Oh, that's so interesting. I just heard that he knew how important this was, but at the same time, he's afraid that he took too long in this healing process. And if he comes back now, you're not going to be as available. And then we got the Emperor in reverse. So he feels like he has all these emotions readily available to provide to you. That's how he's feeling, like the King of Cups. And he wants to be charming, but he feels like the Emperor in reverse. So he doesn't feel in his power. The Emperor is the divine masculine energy. So the fact that that it came out in the reverse, it makes me feel like he feels weakened. Like he feels, well, not in his power. And if you are feeling like that, you are really mirroring each other. So this grounding may also be necessary for him because all this healing that he's been doing has left him feel weakened and exposed and vulnerable. Even though he knows he's got all these feelings for you, but he's hurting. He's hurting. And he needs that grounding to integrate everything that he has learned and everything that he has healed. And look at the last card, Death and Rebirth. So he hasn't started this transformation. No, this transformation he has done, but coming out of the other side, he hasn't yet. He's in the cusp of coming out of this integration, but he hasn't yet. So he's in that process of facing his shadow, of knowing on the one hand all the love he has, but knowing on the other hand, all this stuff that he needs to heal, all that devil energy that he needs to heal. And it may be more than one thing, and that has him hurting really bad. So he has not been able to integrate because he's in the middle of this. So he has not been able to integrate and come up on the other side healed in order to offer himself and his charms to you. We're going to I want to see. I have another tarot right here for this, and it's just regular red or white tarot. Nothing. Excuse me. I just hit that twice. I want to clarify every single card just to give us more depth into this reading, okay? Because this is incredible. If he is doing this, you probably are too. You probably are looking at your shadows and healing. Although, and I have to say, the divine feminine usually is ahead of the game in terms of the healing process from the masculine. So even if you're twins, you might be a little bit ahead. And many times the divine masculine sees the divine feminine up-leveled and he's like, I gotta catch up. She's gonna leave my ass behind. I need to catch up. Even though you may not feel like that, you may. But that's a fear. That's a fear that a lot of masculines may be feeling at this time because of this great awakening. Most of the people who are doing the shadow work and the healing are divine feminines. And not all of us have twins. But if you do, most likely you have done some more work than your counterpart has. All right, so let's clarify the King of Cups. Okay. Oh wow. So we got the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. That's amazing because the two of Wands is a card of planning. It's a card of visualizing what you want, but still in your comfort zone. It's a card of planning. You're thinking, you're visualizing, you're making your list and checking it twice, right? What is what I want my life to be like? And in this instance, how I want to approach my divine feminine, or how I want my life to look like with her. Now, the 3 of Wands is moving into the next step, is action. It's getting out of the comfort zone. See, this guy is sitting like on the porch or something of his castle. Here, he's outside. So it's a moving, it's an action card. It's, I'm already into this action. So this divine masculine, this King of Cups, he is thinking, he's projecting, he's visualizing. How do I want to approach my feminine? How do I want my life to look like with her? And then moving into action. And part of that moving into action is this healing that he's doing. Okay? So let's see about the 3 of Swords. Why the 3 of Swords? Spirit, why the 3 of Swords? Why the 3 of Swords? Okay, because look at what we got. We got the 8 of Swords and we got the 4 of Cups. And we got them both in reverse. So that's why we're hurting. That's why we want to heal, because we were trapped. And we don't want to be trapped no more. We felt trapped. He felt trapped. He felt trapped, and he doesn't want to feel trapped anymore. For whatever reason, he's trapped. If he's in a karmic relationship, because he's away from you, because you are in a different relationship, because he's got a job that has him tied up for, I don't know, 24/7. For whatever reason, he felt trapped, and he doesn't want to feel trapped anymore. So he's doing the healing, but look how much that hurts. I mean, that's a guttural scream of pain right there. Okay? And because he was just not happy. The 4 of Cups is, I call it the black card. He was just blah. He was just, there was no emotion, there was no feeling. It wasn't good or bad, it was blah. And nobody wants to live blah. We want emotion, we want love, we want happiness, we want joy. well, blah may be better than other relationships, but this is not ultimate. This might be better than very toxic relationships, but this is not the ultimate goal. This may be a stepping out of, right? We shouldn't be either, because if you're out of a very toxic, you should be feeling better about yourself. So he was feeling trapped and he was feeling blah. So he knew that there was some healing needed to do to take action, to move towards you. Now, why the devil? So, wow, this is really a very important message. Why the devil? The strength and the high priestess in reverse. So he felt good. He felt strong. He felt powerful. He felt infinite, but completely disengaged from spirituality. And that's not a good feeling. So this was ego. And the strength card is the Leo card. And Leos, they have a big ego. They're wonderful people. They're wonderful people. They have big hearts. They are overachievers, but they may have a very big ego. And they like the limelight. They like to be the center of attention. So he felt really good until he didn't. Because then there was all the glamour and all the stuff, but then there was emptiness inside. After you are out in the world doing all of that, and I see the infinity, yeah? So it's telling me that that's the right message there. While he was out in the world showing everything that I have achieved, that's great. But then you come home to blah and to trapped. So that's why he's doing this healing. All right. So why the Emperor in the reverse? Whew. Okay. And it's the same message. The Queen of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Swords. Because the glamorous life is wonderful, but then we're dead inside. There's nothing there. Nothing. It's the same message. All right, so what about this transformation right here? The Death card. Why the Death card? Yeah, because there's a lot of movement. Look, this is the fastest night in tarot, the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of movement. He has learned. Because swords are thoughts and words, right? So he has learned. He has learned an incredible amount of information about himself during this healing, and he's just waiting to harvest the fruit of his labor. He's watching it. He's watching the seeds that he planted grow, right? So he's just waiting. And and what I feel is that he's waiting for that integration, which takes time. It takes time. It cannot happen overnight. This doesn't happen overnight. The integration doesn't happen overnight. And he's just afraid that whenever he's ready to come out healed, you're not going to be available. Wow. I'm trying to see if they give me something. So the only thing that I got was the infinity symbol when I was reading the strength card right there. Wow. Okay. So that's how your divine masculine is feeling, or your counterpart if you're the divine masculine in the relationship. Really wanting to come, really visualizing what they want with you, but knowing that they have to be still right now because they're in a very important healing process. And you know what? Of course, you do whatever you want to do. You know your situation better than anybody, especially better than me. But my advice, my personal advice would be let it be. Let it be, because if you force it first, we should never force the issue. It never turns out right. Okay? Never. But if you force this issue right now, if you force a connection, if you force communication, if you force this person to come out of this, to meet with you, they're not gonna be ready. And it's just gonna set you back so much more. So I would say my personal advice is let it be. Let your counterpart heal, integrate. When they come, they're going to be so much better for you. Just hold on tight. And I know that's hard. I know. I get it. I totally get it. I get it. It's really hard. Waiting is hard. But what you're going to get on the other side is so much better. It's worth the wait. That's my advice. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And leave me a comment in the comments below if this resonates with you. Let me know the story. I love the stories. So let me know the stories, please. And again, if you would like details, your personal details from your personal story, hit me up on my website. I'll be more than happy to do a private reading with you and give you all the details that you want. Okay? And with that, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.